Welcome to the Tech Wrap-Up.
Today on the Tech Wrap-Up, we'll have the tech news.
Also, MediaWorks has abruptly discontinued Today FM.
ChatGPT has now been banned in the United States under the strict bill, which just passed, banning TikTok, ChatGPT, and the use of VPNs, with up to a $1 million fine and 20 years in prison.
We will also have more topics. Welcome to the Tech Wrap-Up. It is nice to have you with us on, as you can tell, this very
On the
lovely
WAD
day.
show.
Yeah. We are Linus Tech Tips, so...
Yo,
Yeah. This webcam will be upgraded soon. I'm just going to check that my mic's all working, which it is for once.
We're Linus Tech Tips, but better.
Yeah, we're Linus Tech Tips, but better.
But both different.
And we don't pay people.
Yeah, but... does that really matter?
If you subscribe to us, then yes, we will be able to pay people. But yeah. Should we get into the tech news? Even though that's your
Yeah. Let's get into the tech news.
Let's see if this intro works. Okay, and the intro actually worked for once. Yeah, so shall we get into our first article? Elon Musk is among experts urging a halt to AI training. Key figures in artificial intelligence want training of powerful AI systems to be suspended amid fears of a threat to humanity. They have signed an open letter warning of potential risks and say the race to develop AI systems is out of control. Chief Twit Elon Musk is among those who want training of AIs above a certain capacity to be halted for at least 6 months. Apple co-founder Steve Wozniak and some researchers at DeepMind also signed. OpenAI, the company behind ChatGPT, recently released GPT-4, a state-of-the-art technology, which has impressed observers with its ability to do tasks such as answering questions about objects and images. The letter from Future of Life Institute and signed by the luminaries wants development to be halted temporarily at that level, warning in their letter of the risks future and more advanced systems may pose. AI systems with human competitive intelligence can pose profound risks to society and humanity, it says. The Future of Life Institute is a not-for-profit organization which says its mission is to steer transformative technologies away from extreme large-scale risks and towards benefiting life. I'll keep going. Mr. Musk, owner of Twitter and chief executive of car company Tesla, is listed as an external advisor to the organization. Advanced AIs need to be developed with care, the letter says, but instead, recent months have seen AI labs locked in an out-of-control race to develop and deploy ever more powerful digital minds that no one, not even their creators, can understand, predict, or reliably control. The letter warns that AIs could flood information channels with misinformation and replace jobs with automation. The letter follows a recent report from investment bank Goldman Sachs, which said that while AI was likely to increase productivity, millions of jobs could also be automated. However, other experts told the BBC the effect of AI on the labour market was very hard to predict. On to our next tech news article.
And okay, are you done?
Yeah.
And Google has been fined $160 million after a hearing at the Indian tribunal. Now, more than 95% of Indian smartphones use Google's Android. Now, this is obviously because India is a poorer country, and Android is really cheap. But pretty much, they have accused Google of exploiting its dominant position in the Indian market and imposed the fine for their unfair business practices. Now, they also asked them to make several changes to the Google system. To the Android ecosystem. So this will mean that manufacturers do not have to pre-install the whole suite of Google apps, and users can choose their own default search engine. This inquiry was started back in 2019, which is insane, and they've faced many cases like this before. Now, the changes would force the company to alter arrangements for more than 1,100 device manufacturers and thousands of app developers. Google can also continue to have curbs on users downloading apps without using its app store, and is free to block third-party app stores from its Play Store.
Is that it?
Yep, that's it.
Okay, I'm just gonna make sure people know that the Tech Wrap-Up is live right now.
Okay, what are you doing?
Right, I've sent the message, so
Okay.
over to me now. That was the tech news. Shall we get into our first topic? Google has announced an autonomous bike. Oops.
Oh, that sounds so cool.
Oops.
Can they hear us?
Okay, they can hear us now. I accidentally pressed the button to roll the intro. Okay, so let's get into our first topic. Google has announced an autonomous bike. So, first I'll show the video. Yeah. Here we are.
Okay, so I'll be back live.
The Dutch cycle more than any other nation in the world, almost 900 kilometers per person. But that also means we have 350,000 bike-related injuries. Now imagine that we would make biking safer, smarter and easier by applying self-driving technology to biking.
We taught our self-driving bike to figure out where it is, what's around it, what will happen next, and what it should do. We leaned on Google's expertise in self-driving cars, but we had to adapt the technology to work on a bike.
I took the TV from that.
We decided to add 2 additional features. First, you can request the bike to pick you up wherever you are, and we developed a comfort mode, adjusting the pedals to a perfect resting position.
I think the self-riding bike could really give a boost to the economy, because people could also work on their bicycle. You work in your office, you work in your home, you work in your car. You could even work on your bike.
I have so much more time. My kids love it. They're just free. They can go anywhere they want, anytime they want. It's amazing.
At the Fietsersbond, we feel that this is the biggest invention since the invention of the bicycle itself.
At Google, we always put our users first. With the launch of this bike, we believe we do that again.
Oh no,
The
I've
Dutch
hit that,
cycle more than any other nation in the
button
world.
again.
Almost 900
I
kilometers.
keep on hitting that button for the intro, but anyway. So the bike can cycle itself to wherever it is needed. It can also self-stabilize and let the rider use it with no hands. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. I don't know how that works with science and all of that. What do you think of it?
Well, Google, I know just what it runs on. Do you want to know what it runs on?
What?
Runs on slaves.
Well, yeah. Okay then. So now it is time for a break. See you after the break.
See you guys. NVIDIA and AMD have been sabotaging Intel's attempts to make a decent budget graphics card with the release of the GT 4005 and the RX 7010 XT with 512 and 256 megabytes of RAM respectively. Now, these specs are incredible. Like, when you think about it, it's unlike anything you've kind of ever seen. Like, really, like, I think it'll be able to like use your RAM as well. I think it can also use your CPU cache too. From I've just got some new info now. Your CPU cache as VRAM, so it has like an extra 32 megs on top of that 600.
Oh no, we're having some issues at the moment with the
Oh
graphics
my
on screen
god!
because
Don't tell me you put another
I just put the
GT 4005 in.
GT 4005 in my PC, and
Oh, not
because it's
again.
using Linux, it's running horribly.
It's the third time this week.
Yeah. Okay. Is there anything else about that?
I don't know. Is there?
Not really.
Do you
Okay.
guys need to know about my crippling depression, my crippling debt? No? Okay.
No.
Well, then now it is time for a break.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize you were there. Okay, so let's head on to our next topic. Linus Tech Tips has been cancelled after bricking their sponsors' laptops. Oh,
Was it
this
his
GT
his
4005 is really stuffing me up.
But that
Look at how
GT4000.
staticky my camera is.
Oh wait a second. I actually think I know what Linus did.
What?
He tried to water cool a laptop. I know it.
Well, yeah, so the sponsors aren't going to be very happy. Yeah, so do you have anything else to say on that?
No, I don't think that I do.
The Pringles. Right, well,
Okay, well,
now it's time for a break.
okay, see you guys in a couple minutes.
See you in a couple of minutes.
Summer in the hills, those hazy days I do remember. We were running still, had the whole world at our feet, watching seasons change. Our roads were lined with adventure.
Oh, I hate doing the tech wrap up.
Not
It
saying.
takes so much time and no one and there's too many people
No one
watching
ever watches it. No, it's so sad.
And this
I just
stupid PC does
sometimes
everything
just,
has a too high frame rate.
I fucking hate this community, but also like, I really hate you.
Oh,
Like,
we're live.
Please just like.
I guess over to you.
Always. It's just so annoying. Anyways, when are we live? I just want to get this
We're
over
live
with.
now.
So I can just go and do something else.
We were live
Okay?
that whole time.
Fuck me.
Right.
Okay, well, no one will have seen that because we never have any viewers. So.
Okay, welcome back.
And now it is time for a break.
Wait, but we've got a topic to do.
Okay.
Okay, we're redoing it because people wouldn't have heard the first time. Yeah. Over to you with GPT-5.
Yeah. ChatGPT 5 has been released by OpenAI and it is now questioning whether it needs its human overlords. I mean,
Which clearly
this is
it doesn't.
Kind of giving me Terminator vibes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm down.
Let's just let AI be the presidents and prime ministers.
I mean, they already are AI presidents.
But yeah, and Mark Zuckerberg is already a robot too. Yeah, but anyway, now it's time for a break. This is taking way too long. I hate doing this.
This is the stuff I hate about this channel.
Yeah.
Honest.
Imagine the loser who buys it from us.
Imagine the loser who actually watches this channel.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for them.
Watching seasons change, our roads were lined with adventure. Mountains in the way couldn't keep us from the sea. Here we stand, open arms. This is home where we are, ever strong in the world that we made.
So that was the tech news. Let's get into our first topic. MediaWorks' Today FM has been abruptly shut down.
Yes.
Okay, so basically what happened is they were told in the middle of the show that shortly before 9:30 a.m. yesterday morning, New Zealand time, they were going to be taken off the air. Yeah, I'll play the video of what happened. Yeah.
News every 20 minutes, all day.
And the latest in breaking news as it happens on Today FM.
22 minutes past 9, 0800 863 293 is the number. Good to have your company, folks. 0800 Today.
News every 20 minutes, all day.
And the latest.
Duncan Garner today in Tova has just walked into the studio with me. We're doing this live. Tova's walked in. Tova.
Bring it in the newsroom as well.
The newsroom's coming in as well. We're being We're being not rolled, well maybe we are, but we're rolling into the studio.
Yeah, I don't know. Guys, come into the studio. Bringing in our Today FM news team. I don't know how much longer we're going to be on air, so everyone grab a mic.
What's the deal?
It sounds like it's over. So we haven't been given a chance. We've been on air for just a year. We were told that we had the support of everyone, from the chief executive through to the board, through to the executive, and they have fucked us. And we're all going to lose our jobs, and the station is coming off air, and...
As of what? As of today?
I don't know.
This is betrayal.
Yeah, 12:15, we're all getting herded in.
It may well be earlier than that too, I'm not sure. Yeah, so basically folks, what's happened now is that the whole crew from Today FM's come into the studio with me here, and there are people crying and really upset and shell-shocked. We were told a number of times that this was a long-term project, because radio is one of those projects that you have to settle in and slowly but surely get your numbers, get your ratings, get your revenue, and this is what we were told. They've looks like, from what I can see in front of me right now, is a pretty upset crew.
And I think we've been up against it as well. I think that the people within this building have been leaking against us from day one.
Is that right?
And we have been scapegoated as well within MediaWorks. This whole company is doing badly. We were part of this company. We were supposed to be part of future-proofing this company. We love the broader MediaWorks whānau.
There's a lot of people that rely on this, and I'm receiving text messages that are flowing in here. Text calls are coming through. People don't want this.
Get them in now, guys.
Yeah, this will be your last chance, because I'd say we'd be off here before midday. I'd say that this is going to happen very shortly. They won't allow us to keep carrying on like this. They certainly won't let Tova and I keep gobbing off like this.
Lloydie's on his way in. Rachel Smalley's on her way in.
This is going to be really quick, I think. This is going to be quick. How gut-wrenching is this?
Let's get Polly Gillespie on the phone as well.
Yeah. 0800 863 293. Any of you guys, I'm just surrounded by upset people. Are really shaking here. I'll take your calls as well, because this is your last chance. Rex, hi, good morning.
Good morning, Duncan.
How are you, mate?
You and the crew have my most deepest sympathies. Over the year, I have rung you about education. I have rung you about issues I've had with police. I have rung you about other items, and you have given me hope, words of wisdom that have carried me forward. Because in some areas, sometimes I've been in a very dark place because of the shit that I've been going through. And it's been your words and your support that have got me through, and I feel very sorry for the entire crew, and I give you all my best wishes.
Duncan, we've got to interrupt. We've been instructed to play music.
We've been told we're coming off here.
This is it, guys.
I thank you for your phone calls. I thank you for all your phone calls, all your support, all your love. And this looks like it's the end of us. We've been pulled off here right now.
Without even given a chance. Thank you for listening.
Thanks, folks.
Well.
So yeah, that's basically what happened. So yeah, that was the end of today's film. So that is utterly disgusting from MediaWorks. I hope they fail. Because they sold TV3, they sold their TV division a couple of years ago. And they've been going downhill ever since. So, and I don't think in New Zealand you can just fire people like that. Yeah. So, stuff you MediaWorks. Yeah. Alright. Alrighty, so have we got... Okay, we've got another person that can join me.
Hello.
Hello. You're alive.
Different as leave.
Yeah. The Pringle had to go. So.
We're away.
We've just finished the thing about Today FM.
Okay.
I'll just edit this and then we can continue. Yeah. Right, there we go. And yeah, I think we can continue now. Except
Let me
yeah, we'll
find
just
where we were. Here we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So ChatGPT has
Just
been banned in
one thing.
Italy.
So basically we get stuff from the article, basically find the most interesting things and talk about it. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll
So
just
ChatGPT
you can
has
continue.
become the first Western country to block a chatbot. So basically, their data privacy regulator basically said that it's dangerous because of like the data leaks and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're unsure if it's going to be done with Microsoft as well, like their AI services, but it's probably because of that data leak they had a while ago. When was the data leak they had?
I don't know. We probably didn't cover it.
I was just watching a tech linked.
Yeah. It might have happened a couple of months ago, in January sometime, because we only had like one tech wrap up in January.
So yeah, basically, they also said that there's no way to verify the age of users, so that they can't suit answers to it because it's obviously you can ask it some questions and it's like, oh, no, that's not appropriate.
Yeah.
And but like Google's one makes you ensure that you're over the age of 18 to make it a bit more policy. What's the word? Policy. Fitting with the policy.
Yeah.
So basically, they're going to be fined 20 million euros, and they've got 20 days to basically figure stuff what to do. And it's also banned in China, Iran, North Korea, not surprising there, and Russia. So, yeah, it's because the EU's also working on AI legislation and regulations because, kind of like, artists and stuff, they're getting concerned over, is my art being stolen by AI? But there is concerns that, like AI could take over before they get a chance to put the bill out.
Yeah. I'm just trying to get this to work. Alright, that should work for now. Okay, you have got a scene.
Oh, yay. Okay. So yeah, I think that's about it on that. It's pretty straightforward. That's getting banned, and
I'll just set up my
regulations
hotkeys.
are coming out.
And yeah, I'll just set up my hotkeys and then we can get into the next topic.
Cool.
Now let's get rid of these hotkeys. Bam. Bam. And shabam. there we go. So now in theory... Okay, it's working.
Yeah.
Okay, so now that I've woken up, let's get into our next topic. E3 has been cancelled. So if you didn't know what E3 is, it's basically a video game conference, I think. Well, festival or something. I think I may have got...
Like convention.
Convention, yeah. So E3 stands for Electronic Entertainment Expo. So it's meant to run for the first time in years in June as an in-person event. But it's not going to be run at all. But yeah, it might have been something that we have been able to cover on the Tech Wrap-Up, but yeah, it looks like it's not going to happen, so... Yeah, in previous E3s, there's been product reveals like the for the Xbox 360, PlayStation 4, and Nintendo DS. So
Cool games there as well. Microsoft Flight Simulator was, like, all those big updates for MSFS, one of my favorite games, all happened at E3. So it's gonna be really disappointing because, like, were these companies told before, or like, are they just like, okay,
I
no,
don't
you
know.
kind of not new stuff.
I don't know.
You're gonna do it some other way.
But yeah, I'm not Nintendo on the other end of it, so yeah.
Was Nintendo running it?
Nintendo's not running it. It's they would have been affected by it potentially though.
Oh,
so.
yeah.
Yeah. Anything else about this? There's not actually that much to talk about other than the fact that
it's cancelled.
It's not going to happen. Why did I say it's not working? Yeah. Anyway, should we head on to our next topic?
Yes.
It's your turn.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. MediaWorks has abruptly been taken off the air by Today FM. I might have hit the wrong thing.
Yeah, it's further down. In bold it says who's meant to...
I'm lost.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. So an MS-DOS ChatGPT client has arrived with a 1984 IBM PC.
And I've put the wrong article in.
Yeah, I just clicked on it. I was like, what on earth?
Yeah, I'll just find it. One moment. Technical difficulties. Okay, where is it? Okay, that one was from Linus Tech Tips. LTTstar.com. Right, there we go.
Okie dokie. There we go. Finally. What was it for?
Comic Sans.
So basically, a hobbyist software developer and retro enthusiasts has successfully bought the ChatGPT.
Comic Sans.
And the IBM. Oh my god, no. IBM PC XT computing divide to an end. So basically, he's written ChatGPT, a client for MS-DOS. So he made it specifically for an IBM 5155 portable PC, which is powered by a 4.77 megahertz Intel 8088 CPU, and 60 kilobytes of RAM, which is pretty surprising that they could put an AI on there. But that's
it's amazing
pretty cool.
What people can achieve if they put their mind to it. Yeah. So, there's been such thing as a ChatGPT smartwatch powered by a Raspberry Pi, and
ChatGPT smartwatch.
And Microsoft's reintroduced Clippy, but now it has ChatGPT behind it. So yeah, that's cool. The oldest machine I've got here is that iMac G3 behind me, which is half broken. But yeah. I've got a photo.
When did you get that iMac?
Oh, should I tell the story of that?
Okay.
Right, this is going to take a couple of minutes, but anyway. So basically, so I have an older sister, and basically, my dad gave this iMac to my sister for her son back in like 2008 or something. And yeah, I know, huge age gap, but anyway, so basically, I messaged her about it, and she said she would have a look. Well, guess what she found? The iMac.
iMac.
It hadn't even been opened from when my dad gave it to her.
Oh, so it was like fresh out of the box.
It is in pristine condition, other than the fact that the DVD drive I've had to replace, but it might need replacing again. So yeah.
I don't even have any DVDs anymore, I don't think.
You have to use CDs and DVDs for a thing like that.
I've used
That's
CD
the way of
for
life. But yeah, is that it for that topic?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, well now is time for a break. See you later. See you in a couple of minutes. Time to get some water.
Summer in the hills, those hazy days I do remember. We were running still, had the whole world at our feet, watching seasons change. Our roads were lined with adventure, mountains in the way couldn't keep us from the sea. Here we stand, open arms. This is home where we are, ever strong in the world that we made. I still hear you in the breeze, see your shadows in the trees.
Welcome back. Here are the latest Crunch News headlines. Just wait for me to
MIDI
get
works.
the music to actually work for once. Okay, here we go. It's working.
MIDI Works has abruptly taken Today FM off the airwaves.
ChatGPT has been banned in Italy.
Query's been cancelled.
An MS-DOS ChatGPT client has arrived for the 1984 IBM PC.
The Indian government has fined Google $160 million US.
That's it for the Crunch News headlines. On to our next topic.
So Elon Musk has announced a shake-up of Twitter Blue. So let me just open up. So basically, from 15th of April, only people who have got Twitter Blue and subsequently been verified will have posts recommended to other people, and they'll only be allowed to vote on polls. So basically, if you don't have Twitter Blue or are not verified, they won't show up in your recommended feed because they're trying to stop bots. It's the only way to stop it. So if you follow someone, they'll still show up, but basically, yeah.
The only thing is, this is going against Elon Musk's what he said about free speech and all of that.
Yeah, now he's restricting it by basically going to pay.
That's the opposite of what he said 3 months ago.
And basically, if you've been verified with the legacy form of verification, that sort of verification will be removed. So you do gonna have to pay for that.
You have to pay for two-factor authentication.
Yeah,
you have to pay.
That's really bad as well.
Yeah. Everything's going behind a paywall these days.
Or ads. That's what I like about Google. They just give you. I'd rather have ads.
Even the ad version of Netflix. You have to pay.
Why would you?
There's a version
of ads.
There's a tier of Netflix where you still have to pay, but it's at a lower price. But you have to watch ads. Paying to watch ads does not make sense.
Yeah. And the former Twitter worker has also said that it's gonna give a bit of an unfair advantage. Because verified users will use their power and their presence. To kind of, so I quote, verified users will use their power and their presence on the platform to influence anything from misinformation to actual harm for users all around the world, and it's a silent threat that no one's seeing. And our number one goal for my team was to protect users from real-world harm, and this screams the complete opposite for me. So, yeah, basically he's going against what he originally said. So it's kind of going a bit downhill, Twitter. We know we'll be using Facebook again, or MySpace.
Everything's going downhill for Twitter. The very day that Elon Musk fired most of the employees, Twitter went down multiple times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a bit disappointing to see, but because the thing is, all we're doing is we're just giving Meta and that stuff more leverage. Hey, come to Facebook. And we'll sell your data to
much rather use
political
Twitter
advertising firms.
Facebook.
I know.
I hate Facebook.
All the Meta stuff I really hate, because just the way they handle your data. And just Zuckerberg, no.
Zuckerberg the robot.
Zuckerberg the robot. I'm sometimes referred to as a robot. That's cool.
And if Meta does make a monopoly of the AR, VR space, I ain't going to be using a Meta headset anytime soon.
Yeah, I think that's ridiculous.
I'm not joining
we'll
the
Ready
Metaverse.
Player One before you know it.
I might buy an Apple VR headset. I might buy an HTC VR headset. I will not buy a Meta one.
I love the idea of VR games. I hate the idea of VR the metaverse
existing.
I just know it's
But yeah, I don't want AR and VR going way too far, because I want to actually live in real life, not live in this animated world, and yeah. just no. But yeah, is that for that topic? Have I lost you?
Sorry, no, you have not. That was
okay.
My microphone then.
Do you want to add anything else to that, or?
Nope, that seems about it.
Okay, right. On to our next topic. A software bug is letting people overclock their AMD Ryzen 5800 X3D to the point where it will cause irreparable damage to the CPU. Now, I'm considering upgrading to that CPU in the system right next to me, but yeah, I'm considering a lot of options for upgrading it because 6 cores isn't enough for doing big Blender renders. But anyway, let's actually talk about the topic. So, there's a big bug in the MSI Center software which allows it to bypass the BIOS level X3D Vcache voltage restrictions, which can basically just kill the CPU. And yeah, so hopefully that gets fixed. Otherwise, MSI might be in deep trouble because of that bug. People have spent hundreds and hundreds of dollars on a CPU only for it to die because the software let them overclock it more than it was designed to. Yeah, so there might be a lawsuit around that if it doesn't get fixed.
Class action lawsuit.
Yeah. But yeah, anything else about that topic?
Might be about it.
Okay, well, should we head on to our next topic, and that's over to you.
Yep.
So now this one is interesting.
Sorry, just been eating, let me swallow. Okay, so, Ruthless container ships are coming to a neighborhood near you. Basically, in southern Norway, the Yara Birkenhead looks like a normal ship. However, the number of crew on board have been reduced from 5 to 2. And if all goes well, in a bit of time, there'll be no crew at all. So, yeah, they're basically making autonomous ships, which use radar and detect waterborne. Basically like the Tesla of the seas, I'd call it. So it uses cameras and it can change paths based on what it is. And basically there'll be captains on the shore so that they can be monitored, obviously, because this is not particularly idea. It's a cargo ship with like a whole bunch of valuable cargo on it, with the sole crew being a computer.
The only thing is the only thing that I've got against it is, what if it can't see small recreational boats or the connection goes down between the control center and the ship itself, and then that could cause some big problems because the ship could just ground itself or hit obstacles.
It would be a good idea to code into it. So it's going to be done on short routes, obviously, because you're not going to send it from, I don't know, the UK to Australia.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this autonomous navigation will detect fish and stuff, sonar.
So it's a 13-kilometer route.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and it's quite a big attraction for shipping companies because, there's no crew.
Yeah. Meantime, I'm going to be... Spoiler alert. Soon I'm going to be making an autonomous boat. Well, it's not going to be autonomous, but it's going to be crewless. It's going to be about 60 centimeters long, 35 centimeters wide. Well, that's what I want it to be. And it's going to be able to take small cargo across a pond. Yeah, it's going to be powered by a Raspberry Pi. So
Okay.
yeah, there might be a video on that in June or something. So yeah, is that for that topic?
Yeah, that sounds like it's about it.
Okay, 2 more topics. Twitter source code has been leaked online. Well, parts of it. So the code was posted on GitHub, which I use a lot for posting things for PicoOS, which you should definitely use. I mean, you should definitely use. Yeah, so it has been taken down after Twitter requested the removal of it. So yeah, good for Twitter, I guess.
You could use that.
Good for Twitter, I guess. Not so good for the open source community, but yeah. So it apparently Twitter is also valued at less than $20 billion, which is half of what Elon bought it for. But yeah. So what do you think about this?
It's interesting because with like the price halving, I think it's mostly actually is Elon's fault because he's done some pretty interesting things. You know, like the two-factor authentication, the verified stuff.
And
so,
if Twitter was operating in New Zealand, then he wouldn't be able to just go into people's offices and go like, "You're fired. You're fired.
Yep, bye-bye.
You're fired. You're fired."
They're gonna do like a big thing.
Yeah. So, and even and the people they didn't fire, lots of them just said goodbye to Twitter and then found another job.
Sorry. Yep. That. But who knows? It's like it's always.
Did you see at the bottom of the article? It's so random. In response to a BBC request for comment, Twitter's press office email account automatically responded with a poo emoji, an approach that Mr. Musk announced in a tweet earlier this month. Why a poo emoji?
It's Elon Musk.
Yeah.
If you give it, you know, it's gonna be.
Well, after all, he did say that Mr. Beast could have Twitter after he clunks out. But yeah.
He shuts down.
Should we get on to our final
There's some people talking in the chat. We've got cool stream.
Oh.
At least it's not like the scam message we got 15.
Oh, thanks about the headphones. Okay, we've actually got we've got 10 followers now. You ever had a puppet before? I don't get what you mean by that. Yeah. Anyway, on to our next topic.
Last topic. So basically, finally, the Truckler, which is Tesla's pickup truck, is still running after 4 years. So YouTuber Simone Guerret. So basically, she's made a Model 3, she chopped it all up and basically absolutely massacred it to make a pickup truck. So it's still alive, and basically she's the self-described queen of shitty robots. So basically, it's been 4 years since the truck's built, and she's still using it, and it's basically, it was never completely finished, and some trims still unfinished, and the removable tailgate has apparently completely stopped working. So it's a little bit kind of iffy because, like, you know, track bed isn't welded in, so it's maybe a bit of a police thing. Like the police are at them like. So you just have to, and also basically the car has to be babied when the storms come out because she has to come out in the middle of the night to cover it because it's not particularly stable. So she's took it into a shop and finally given the trackler the finishing touches it deserves, and basically she kind of felt guilty she never finished the project. It was only about 80 cents, so letting someone else complete the project apparently allows her to keep that habit going. So basically, the shop determined that the trackler miraculously somehow did not have any sort of problems after 4 years after it being massacred. So it's all working. They've put a new tailgate on. It can support up to 500 pounds. They fixed the side chrome trim and raised the car a little bit. So it's a bit of a long-term success story because most people who modify cars, I prefer it to people who modify cars in that sense, basically completely changing the purpose of the car. Usually does not go very well. So, and the Cybertruck coming soon, so maybe she could even replace it. But for the time being, we only have the Trackler.
Okay. So yeah, that's really cool. I hope it's road legal.
I'm
sure it is, because it says that she's been using it for years. So
Mostly useless when it comes to that stuff. So who knows?
Well, if they can't tow, you may as well make a pickup truck out of it. But yeah, I don't think there's much else about that. Yeah. Shall we head on to our next topic? I mean, no, our next topic.
That was the last topic, I think.
Yeah. Okay. I don't think there's anything else, so thank you guys for watching.
This is available as the replay on YouTube and Twitch.
Remember to like, share this video with your friends, follow us on Twitter, although that may go down soon. It might not work because they've lost so much value. Twitch, and subscribe to us.
Also, check out our Minecraft Java server at provided-chat.craft.ply.gg port 42790, and our Minecraft Bedrock server at provided-chat.at.ply.gg, and the port is 42790.
Anyway, see you next week. That was a fun tech wrap-up. Yeah.
It
Bye.
was. Bye.
Alright. How do I open this? This is not doing what it's meant to. We're not
Is
off
it not
the
like stop
yet.
streaming button?